Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we might be looking at the two best running backs that the NFL has to offer. This is a marquee matchup. It's Ezekiel Elliott and Le'Veon Bell.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Dallas Cowboys. First down, Prescott. Over the middle to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Prescott to throw this time. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field. And really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Stephen Ridley, 46 yards. And the Steelers have taken a 1st quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 1st and 10, Prescott forced out to his left. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. Dancing to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Here's Prescott. Going deep here for Bryant. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, 52 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So they're going to go for 2. And again, it's Prescott. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons.
Could change.
Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, I think we'll have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Partner, we noted that Ben Roethlisberger sat out Week 17. Le'Veon Bell did as well. Had a chance to possibly win the rushing crown, but since he didn't play, fell just shy. Still a great season, 1,291 yards on the ground.
And I think a smart decision. That just shows you that it's not all about individual statistics. He had an eye towards the playoffs, an eye towards trying to get to the Super Bowl. You remember last year when they played in the conference championship game, he was very ineffective due to an injury he had suffered during the playoffs. So I think Le'Veon Bell made a smart move, a smart decision, and look out, because everyone's got to defend this guy, both running the football and, of course, catching it out of the backfield.
Here's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A good pickup there at 22. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Antonio Brown, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Prescott on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dez Bryant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And now running right through it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do. And I think you wonder, what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40, 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Buying time to his left. Man open left side, it's Williams. Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. They went zone blitz there, obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Running by Zeke, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 51 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. To throw is Prescott. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Antonio Brown with a reception. Yeah, something you hear a lot. Named an All-Pro for the 4th time this year. He was the only unanimous choice for the 2017 All-Pro team.
And he missed the final 2 games of the season with a calf injury. That tells you the respect that he garnered. And people just go, listen, he's just one of the best. I'm not worried about what he misses. Now think about this. He gets healthy now, gets the fresh legs back, and now Big Ben's got his #1 target back in the lineup. That could be dangerous for whoever plays them.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete. That's Bell. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Bell is so good at that. He just catches so many passes near the line of scrimmage. In fact, the unique stat line for him last year, he had more yards after the catch than total receiving yards from the line of scrimmage on the season.
That doesn't even sound real, but when you analyze his game, you understand why a stat like that can occur. His ability to catch the ball, be elusive, and also strong enough to break tackles, that allows him to gain all that extra yardage.
James has got it, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And James has it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Roethlisberger to his big target, James, all 6-7 of him for a Steeler first down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. The swing pass caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. Prescott. Flush to his right. And his throw here's incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Pittsburgh 1st down. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Ben to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger, eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Bryant, and he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. Give him 22 on that one, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh 1st. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Roethlisberger flushed out right. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a 1st. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to it, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That one goes for 24 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrence Williams, 51 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. So they're going to go for 2. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Roethlisberger eluding the pressure right. Bryant with a catch right side. A very solid gain of 27. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Go back, go back.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
It came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Oh, and now he bowls him over. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger being chased out left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You're able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
This one fielded at the 5. A nice little juke. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Prescott now steps away to his left. He's got a man complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Prescott on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the night. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 3. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Now it's Roethlisberger. A screen to Bell. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
A first down carry by Elliott. And now running right through it. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Agreed, that's twice.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Cutler's Dolphins going up against Keenum's Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go now.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
They go back to Murray on first down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw on second down is Keenum. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 52 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Cutler. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Throwing now, Cutler on first down. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Again, it's Cutler. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Fresh set of downs here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw, Cutler. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Cutler will throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now Cutler looking to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free.
All right, here we go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Cutler. It's complete to Parker left side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. So the D-line's going to spread out. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
All right, here we go. Three down. Got three. Detroit. Gun. Watch it now, Barney.
They are going for it. Keenum. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, they picked up the 1st down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19.
Off the play fake. Keenum. Left side caught by Diggs. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining. here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's go.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play. And the ball is knocked out. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs.
Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Well, I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Cutler to throw. Flush to his right. Going deep here for Lamb. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
On 1st and 10, it's Cutler. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's into the clear. The 30, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last that didn't bother you too much last time. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Partner, we saw these Dolphins jump off sides a bunch last year, but that's not unusual for those guys like Sue who want to get that quick start into the offensive backfield, and they do make a lot of plays doing that.
Following the penalty, it's Murray, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's McKinnon. And he's he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And now they'll throw with Keenum. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
They do snap it to Keenum. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Second and 10. It's Cutler again. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Over! Detroit! Now let's go! Green, 39!
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Shotgun snap for Keenum. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now after the interception, here's Cutler. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they timed it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. On third down, Cutler. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Tom Johnson coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. And no move to get Cutler off the field. He stays out there, and they're going to go for it. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Here we go on 4th down with Cutler. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second down following the incompletion. Out of the gun, it's Cutler. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Cutler. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ever Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a... So now here come the Dolphins. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On second down, here's Cutler. Flushed out right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now.
Now Cutler. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now here is another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Set. Green.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
To throw on second down is Keenum. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
Now Cutler in trouble. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. The Dolphins on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Cutler. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught at the 25. It's a big play for the Dolphins here on third down. 47 yards. They'll throw on first down with Cutler. He's to the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on, because right now he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Cutler. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Back to throw, Keenum. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Cutler. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Here we go. It's Cutler on 4th down. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Throwing now, Cutler on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Everson Griffin getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 2nd down, Cutler under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Now Cutler to throw on 2nd down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. They'll run. It's Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Here again is McKinnon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll wind up up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Landry, the intended target, and now it's third down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Tom Johnson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.